Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the life. Welcome back to the journey. It's your main man Juan right here, your favorite marketer's favorite marketer, number one channel on all of YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, activate notifications. You don't want to miss any of the content that I drop right here in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, putting you guys in a position so that you guys can become the provider. Yes, for those of you that are doing research on the 22-year-old company that we call American Bill Money, I'm going to leave some resource links right below this video. Make sure you guys click on those links. Use my ID number to look at the ABM presentation. My ID number is 5230, and the rest is history. Get started. Come in at your initial $50 investment. Shoot me a text message on my direct line, 323-238-5005. That number hasn't changed in 2 decades. So that we can get on the phone, have a one-on-one strategy call. I can get your bonuses in your hands, and I can begin to help you guys on your new journey. Welcome, guys. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys. I absolutely love all of my followers. I created this channel not for me, but for you guys, so that you guys can truly learn some new things, become some new things, and really level up. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. I hope everybody is well. You know, I woke up this early morning Friday truly refreshed, as I do every morning, guys, full of God's energy, God's power, God's wisdom, God's soul, amongst other things. Yes, book of the week, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. I've talked about this book on my channel before. I'm pulling it back out of my library and bringing it around the block again, simply because it deserves it. If you guys have not read this old school classic, I highly recommend you guys get your hands on an original copy of this book by Stephen Covey, an absolute masterpiece, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. We're going to be coming back to this shortly. Was on the phone for about an hour and a half with one of my students yesterday. This is a young kid that I've been working with now for a little over 6 months now. Just coaching, mentoring, helping him really turn his life around and get on the right path, so that we can become the provider. That's what it's all about. I'm going to be sharing a few lessons, hard lessons that I've learned, not just throughout my life, but in particular in this particular industry, or as I would say, my career, or what you would call your career path. And I think after me sharing with you these couple of things, I think it's going to give you guys some insights in what to expect, some things that you're going to absolutely have to do to gain success in this industry. And a lot of these things that I'm going to be, almost all of these things I'm going to mention, apply to really just about any industry. And I want you guys to really know and understand that everybody thinks that they work in different industries and different fields. And that's true to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, everything is a school, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is a knowledge base. So it does not matter if you work at Taco Bell or Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot. These are all schools. They're institutions of education, employees, and knowledge. Now, the difference is the quality of the education, the information, and the knowledge. None of it really has anything to do with the income that you're generating. Some of the smartest, most sophisticated, most kindest, loving people I've ever met in the world make the less, right? Or make the least, in other words. And some of the most wretched, disgusting, hateful, low energy people that I've ever met, a lot of them make a ton of money. Why is that, guys? We're not going to be getting into the deep psychological truths of why that is, but there's definitely a reason for this. But I'm going to give you 3 hard lessons I've learned, and perhaps these lessons can give you guys some insights in life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and business and entrepreneurship. Of course, we live in the greatest place in the world, right here in the good old United States, the real land of milk and honey. How do we know it's the greatest place in the world? Is because I don't have to travel anywhere. Everything and everybody comes right here to me, right here to me, and I've been all over the world, guys, and I'm here to tell you that the land of milk and honey is truly the land of milk and honey for a reason. We live in a system here, and for those of you that are smart enough, you engage in free enterprise and create the life of your absolute dream. So let's get right into it, guys. 3 hard lessons I've learned. Lesson number 1, you've probably heard this before, but I think a lot of people still don't get it, and that's nobody's coming to save you. Now, I didn't say nobody's coming to help you or assist you on your journey. I said nobody's coming to save you. Think about that one for a second, guys. You can lead a horse to water. You can assist the horse to the water, but you can't make a horse drink, right? And that's an old saying, an old allegory I've been hearing since I was a child, but there's so much damn truth in it, guys. Nobody's coming to save you. And we can actually see that in the real world. We can see it in the real world. You have people sitting back, laying back, waiting to be saved. You can only save yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It's as simple as that. And I don't even believe I have to elaborate on that. I just have to give you guys a keen reminder that you can only save yourself. Jesus actually said this. That's facts. Hard lesson number 2, friends and foes. Tupac said this in the early 90s. I remember listening to Tupac Shakur in the 90s. What a poet. And a lot of the things that he discussed was absolutely true. See, being involved in the rap game, what you would call the rap game at the time, the music industry, whatever you want to call it as a young man, learned some very hard lessons himself. If you guys don't remember, I'll give you a reminder. You remember his life ended in death, right? And then what happened? You guys remember? Nobody's coming to save you, guys. Nobody's coming to save you. So one of the hardest lessons, and lesson number 2 that I've learned, is that people are going to turn against you. People are going to say things about you that are absolutely not true. People are going to do whatever they absolutely can in their power to destroy your image. What a lot of people don't realize is that's actually good news. You see, guys, if nobody's paying attention to you, if nobody's, excuse my vernacular, hating on you, if nobody's saying your name, if nobody's trying to whiplash you into the ground and delete you out of existence, then who are you really, and who were you from the get-go and from the beginning? People leave you clues around life. Life is nothing but a big clue system, a big clue game, right? Never wish bad upon these types of people, because you actually need them. And every time they do something or say something negative or bad about you, negative or bad about your business, what they really do is they stick a quarter in your immortal meter. They keep you alive. Remember that, guys. This was a hard lesson that I personally had to learn in my life, right? So it's about taking all that negativity, taking it all in, wrapping it up in a little ball, and creating your own personal, universal, unlimited power neutron. Just wrap it all up and take it all in. And never take the hate too personally, guys. As a matter of fact, I always just kind of laugh at it. I laugh at it because hate instantly reveals itself. I know a fact of life. Hurt people hurt people. It's as simple as that. Many of you watching this video are probably going through some things right now. Lost a best friend. You know, we've all been through it. Perhaps you're going through an erroneous or an absolute hideous breakup, and you feel like your entire life is falling apart. It's not falling apart, ladies and gentlemen. It's simply crumbling, controlled demolition, so that you can clean away the mess and create a new life. Yes! You gotta understand that. And it has nothing to do with whether or not you believe in this. We're not talking about belief here, ladies and gentlemen. We are absolutely talking about what is. I'll give you an example. There are people that walk the earth that don't believe in the sun, but that's irrelevant. We know that the sun is going to rise in the east tomorrow. Nobody argues with that. We know that once that woman gets pregnant, that child is coming in 9 months. or whether or not you believe in God or not, the devil or not. That child is coming in 9 months. So there are things that are fixed and built into this reality that at the end of the day, nobody can really argue about. Just accept and continue to move forward. This is how real growth happens. True growth happens. Real transformation happens. It's accepting and understanding life's built-in philosophies that have nothing to do with your own personal, small, irrelevant belief system. Nothing at all. Hard lesson number three. Hard lesson number three connects to lesson number one. One of the hardest lessons I've ever learned is everything, every day, every moment, every minute, every second, every millisecond, every person that you meet, every place that you go, every place that you don't go, everything is a school. Everything is about education and power, period. Everybody's in a school. If you went to Harvard, you went to Harvard for a reason. If you didn't go to Harvard, you didn't go to Harvard for a reason. Either way, everybody's in school. I learned this in business. And when I learned this, when my mentor taught me this at a very young age, it was able, this knowledge, this understanding was able to put myself in a position to become an absolute fantastic entrepreneur. And this is why I do what I do today. And this is what I teach. I teach people the importance of understanding the laws of how life and business work. And they have nothing to do with what you believe in. You're always in training, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the hardest truths ever. So when you graduate high school and you see your friends, everybody's happy and smiling and doing the damn thing, right? Class is just beginning. It hasn't ended, right? One of the hardest truths I've ever learned is that education is absolute power. And if someone or somebody or a corporation or a business or an enterprise is outperforming you in life, I want you to ask yourself one question, because at the end of the day, it's all going to come back down to knowledge, understanding, and education. And I don't know why so many people don't get this. What's wrong with you guys out here? You look at the world now, everybody's doom scrolling every single day. Everybody so-called has access to all this knowledge and understanding, et cetera, et cetera. Why are so many people so deaf, dumb, and broke out there? When they so-called have all these so-called tools, right? Chat GPT and all these tools and this and that and this and that and this and that. Why is the world the way that it is? Because you can't fake real life, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of the tools. And cooperation will always be better than competition. This is something very few people in the world understand. I had to learn this. Cooperation will always be better than competition. 95% of the world is out there actually competing and don't realize that real knowledge, education, and understanding you can only get from the source, and the source is another human being. Everybody in the world, all 8 billion people in the world know something that you do not know. I want you guys to think about that for a second. Everybody you ever meet will know something that you absolutely do not know. It's about getting back to your roots and literally becoming the person that you want to become. But you have to be able to demonstrate that in real life. It can't be faked. And what do I mean by it can't be faked? At the end of the day, guys, it's about putting in the work, the work, the work, the work, putting in the work. You guys remember that Rihanna song, work, 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 work? Putting in the work, right? Put in the work. There's no such thing as fake it till you make it. You are who you are in this world. You are who you are in this world, right? Right? You go to the Amazon rainforest and you see monkeys climbing the trees and swinging the trees and this and that. You wouldn't look at the monkey and say, oh, he's just faking it until he makes it. He's not in a real circus. You guys, you see what I'm talking about here? You see the mindset of most people? I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope that it just addressed some questions to you. You know who I'm talking about. We spoke yesterday for quite some time, which is really what inspired me to tap in with you guys this early Friday morning, give you guys some game, and give you guys a better understanding of how the world, how life, how your mind actually works. And I'll give you guys a bonus tip here. It has a lot to do with those around you. A lot to do with those around you. And for a lot of you guys, and for those of you that are tuned in and watching this video, a lot of you guys are simply limited by who you're connected to. You cannot grow because of what you're connected to and tethered to on a daily basis. It's as simple as that. You walk inside a building with a Wi-Fi connection. You connect your mobile device to that Wi-Fi. Now your internet connection is throttled and basically limited by that particular building's internet connection. You gotta get out more. You gotta get around people of like minds. Most of you cannot and will never grow simply because of the company you keep. Yes. And that's one of the hardest truths, guys, really. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. For those of you that truly want to change your lives in every area, in health, wealth, finance, love, romance, beauty, in every single area, you got to get around these types of people who possess these types of mindsets. And you have absolutely no choice but to grow and develop. Otherwise, you would be canceled out because it's an energy game. Let's go!